Hello and welcome to my channel. I am Polly Creates a Life, and in this week's episode I want to bring you along, show you what I'm doing. I've got some exciting new materials I've been itching to use, but I'm trying to keep calm and sensible and all that. Okay, well, so about a week ago a couple of weeks ago, I went to on my holidays through Derbyshire, North Yorkshire and County Durham. And oh my, what a beautiful hiking experience that was. I was working my way up the country, and so now I'm home and I've had a week or so to get back into my routine, get into work, and today's my day off. So guess what I'm doing? I'm going to get on with my artwork, and in particular I want to concentrate on Derbyshire today. The highlights for me were there's many, but one in particular were the dry stone walling and stonework. It was just so, I can't even express it. It was just beautiful. It was all beautiful. But at the end of the video, I will link to that particular one that I'm talking about, where I went to Hartington Hall and I did a hike in that area. So please watch it, because when you do, if that inspires you to create shapes and colours and gives you anything emotional, give it a go. It's there for inspiration for you, but it's a reminder to me of the beautiful experience that I had. The materials that I'm going to be using today, I'm going to test out a new colour because it is a super granulation colour. And it's, I'll show you. Let's just turn you around. So this is my table today. It's, believe it or not, that is tidier than what it was. Okay, so we have Horadam Aquarelle, and it's Desert Brown. It's Schminker. So what happens is with super granulation is the colours separate. And this isn't a high contrast one, it's kind of like a subtle one, which is what I want for like stonework. See what happens. I have a couple of sketchbooks here. One is a little teeny tiny moleskin, so I'm going to give that a go today because that's proper watercolour paper. My A4 sketch pad, which, let me just show you the front. It's, what is it, Fox and something. Fox and Willow. It's beautiful, really nice thick paper. I'm not sure that it's proper watercolour paper, but it doesn't matter. I want to see the effect of this, and I've got my palette here as well with some of my other colours, so I'm going to see what mixes I can make from it in here. So yes, and then I have some really big paper, which I'll show you when it comes to it. The paper that I am going to be using is it's not so expensive that I'm scared to use it. I want to be big and bold and experimental and just playful. I don't want to be thinking, oh my goodness, that's cost me a lot of money, I've got to perform something amazing. I want to be able to just express myself. So it's a paper that's A2, and if I can link it, I will. I'm a little bit dubious about it because it is like a cotton pulp that's been mushed together and then set in large frames and dried, like traditional paper. So I don't know how it's going to hold up, but that's the joy of experimenting and seeing what happens. So I thought I'd bring you along today, show you what happens. Here we go. Well, that was really enjoyable, and so I'm going to show you what the outcome was, but I did add some salt onto this particular one, which I want to show you first. So yeah, this was so much fun. Oh my, yeah, I've still got salt on it. So ink, and as you can see, that's the super granulation, desert brown. I added some gamboge yellow. You can see it in places here. So yeah, I particularly love that one. And the ink I dropped from above was super fun. Amazing. And then this one, I really love it for the random salt. I just sprinkled it in places and then just wiped my hands like above it just to get rid of the other salty bits in my hands. And then yeah, I also added some, oh, I can't remember the name of it, permanent alizarin crimson. Alizarin crimson, that's it. So I really like that with the brown. Sorry with the outside noise. My neighbour telling the kids off and door slamming. So yeah, there is that. So this is my little moleskin book, and yeah, it's only about A5 size, but yeah, look at that. That's really granulated nicely, and this is cold pressed. I think I added a little bit of brown to it, or I don't know whether it was burnt umber, burnt sienna maybe, I don't know, but there is a lot of potential in that. Look at it, gorgeous. Yeah, and I added alizarin crimson in this one, and you can see on a smaller scale how that has separated. And it's made a lovely kind of purpley colour there with the alizarin crimson. Oh, so much potential. So this is the paper that I shall be doing some experiments on. As you can see, it's highly textured, probably very absorbent, which apparently is good for watercolour. We'll see. Yeah, nice big size. I've got some bigger brushes. I'll show you. I don't know what I'm using. I've got some rakes. Nice brush there. Nice big brush there. Yeah, a little rake. Medium size. And large. So we'll see. I'm a little bit nervous. I just want to see what the ink does with that paper. And yeah, this paper is from Indigo Artway and has a lovely deckled edge. Or yeah, I just love it. I'm hoping that it'll give me the randomness that I'm after. So yeah, let's go. Right, just got to put my hair up because my goodness, it's hot today. Middle of a heat wave. Loads of fun. Right, here we go. Wow, it is so, so hot. Right, okay, so I've just had this session. I'm not sure what I make of it, but I'm really happy with the paper. It's going to buckle, but what I'll do is when it's dried, I'll wet the back and hopefully it'll unbuckle. Or at least in a frame, it'll probably look better. But I wanted to try and get the granulation from the desert and see how it worked with this paper and with my other watercolours and the ink. So let's have a look. Right, so here we are. See how wet it is still. And I like it in the portrait mode. Yep, very playful. Not much interest going on there. And I did a little bit of dry brush technique. Got loads of salt on here. So I'm hoping that will disperse and give me the effect that I want. But a funny feeling it's not going to. Maybe it needs like more solid granulation. I don't know. But pretty happy with the marks. Oh, look at that. I'm just moving it. And push it. I know, I should push it that way. Ooh, it's still wet. It's still wet. Right, I'll keep it like that. I introduced some cad red. Kind of like it. Prefer the top half than the bottom half. See what it looks like the other way. And this kind of work in progress, I think. But yes, I am thinking about my feelings of, well, this is the granulation that's happening. That's good. Probably a bit clearer actually on screen, on the camera. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to do some layers on this, but yeah, that's pretty good for a first, like, experiment to see how. I'm interested to see how it is going to dry. Maybe this way. Maybe that way. I don't know. What do you think? I like some of the line. Maybe I need some stronger line work. It's all a bit fuzzy at the minute. So I'll see about adding, oh, that's quite a strong edge, soft edge. Yeah, liking that. Let's see how it dries and then I will see what else I can add to it, whether I'm going to get some more inks, whether I'm going to apply more watercolour, I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to let that dry for the rest of the day. I'll have another little play with it later on. Yeah, and I'm hoping to produce about 5 of these based on Derbyshire. Sorry about the cars. My starting point was the Desert Brown by Schminker. Lovely. Quite subtle, but satisfying. Very good. I'm liking the fact that it's taking the watercolour, this paint. I think the reason why it's not growing, the salt isn't being affected so much, and the disbursement of the salt crystals is because it's probably the makeup of the paper, and also it's drying out so quickly. I probably haven't got it at the right consistency of paint, though I'm looking and I'm interested in seeing what's happening as it's drying. So yes, thank you for joining me, and like I say, I'm going to produce 5 paintings based on Derbyshire. I will work on my journals with different shapes and things, and see what else I can do with this. So thank you so much for following me. Please subscribe and like, and I will see you next week. Bye for now, friends.